Get you some money, you're gonna feel different.
Straight up.
You might even, all that other advice I could have gave you, this the short version. You know, get you a couple dollars, man. You're gonna feel different.
Net hustle. Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
Seem like Jamie Foxx got the jungle fever. Whether it's an issue or problem or not, it apparently is a subject for conversation. O'Shea Duke Jackson seems to think it may cost Jamie Foxx everything. I think that's just a creative title, clickbait, because I reacted to a Charleston White video where he said this just cost him everything, and that wasn't quite the case. But with no further ado, we're finna see what O'Shea Duke Jackson claims Jamie Foxx has been up to.
I don't know. Y'all fake, because it says Jamie Foxx, 58, is reportedly expecting a baby with girlfriend Alice Huckstep.
On March 12th,
That's the closest real name I ever heard to Huxtable. Oh, my mama.
2025, Jamie Foxx had his documentary premiere at the TCL Chinese Theater in Hollywood. It was called Number One on the Call Sheet. And while he was enjoying the festivities, of course, he was being interviewed. And he took some time to address certain things going on with DEI.
Why did you feel like you needed to do this right now? Man, look what's going on out there, man. They trying to erase everything we do. I'm like, man, what we do to y'all? Like, it's crazy. It's like, you know, they're talking about the DEI and on affirmative. We don't need Black history. So why are you picking on our history? So you just do more history. The more you erase, the more we replace.
So the three key things here was the response of the erasure of Black people, the call for the respect of the Black people in the Black community, and the advocacy for visibility. And again, he was upset about what was happening. He even said, the more you erase, the more we replace. Many people were so happy in the Black community that Jamie Foxx was using his platform to speak against the shutdowns against DEI. But there were certain people who were calling out the open secret in the room. Jamie Foxx's exclusive history, romantic history rather, with nothing but white women.
Damn.
That was brought up all through the TikTok too. And the repetition of those particular comments came out so much that TikTokers started making videos. And the real conversation became at this particular time, can you be pro-Black and speak up for Black issues while dating or sleeping non-Black?
If you are a Black person and you ride for other,
I hope he don't use no Umar logic or clips in here.
Black people,
And
you have a non-Black partner, be they white, Asian, Mexican, your partner is not Black, but you ride for Black people and you ride for Black women. Listen to me. You are going to have Black daughters. Even though your partner is not Black, your children are going to be Black.
Now I get what the brother is trying to say. If you are a person that is in a relationship with a non-Black person and you happen to be African-American or Black, well, even though you're in an interracial relationship, your children are going to be Black.
I agree. And the more you do that, the more you dilute the opposite side.
So therefore, your kids are Black anyway because you're with a non-Black person.
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the f you think you is?
According to the white supremacist theory out there, anybody who has 1% of Black blood is not Black. And so that means that any white person who is 98% white is also non-Black, when clearly we don't look at it that way from a physiological perspective. The other problem is that the progeny of this relationship with a Black person, a non-Black person, is you're going to create mulatto children, which creates another paradoxical situation. On one end, you're saying your kids are going to be Black, but they're going to be light-skinned or mulatto. And those mulatto children do have advantages over what you consider your normal Black or average Black looking child. The women will get treated better. The men will be getting treated better. They will be getting more opportunities, especially from the other side of their community, which is white. And also at the same time, they will have disadvantages. They will have to also pick typically between one side or the other. Do I go with the side that my mother is if she's white, or my father's side if he's black?
They usually, or not want to say usually, often they don't have that choice, because the more you appear to be like us, you kind of stuck.
So again, this also creates another dilemma versus one person dealing with somebody in their own community. Furthermore, if you're a black man or a black woman, you already understand the overall
and the black side is a lot more accepting traditionally than the white side. Mixed people are way more accepted. Shout out Mike Brown, Terry Brown, my childhood best friends. Mike is still my best friend to this day. And mama was white, daddy was black, but they black and they light skinned, pale, curly hair, but they niggas though. Oh, blah, 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 blah.
Advantages that your children have, institutional advantages that they will have if you knowingly marry or date a white person or a non-black person. You understand that you're creating a bigger problem within racism, even though this is more interracial within the black community versus outside of the black community.
I don't see how it could be a negative for us if the white people and white supremacists hate it. It's something that we should be celebrated, make us elated. Because just think, if we have been conquered, defeated, what? More appropriate vengeance to serve ice cold than to take the prized possession of the wound that carries your bloodline. Y'all don't get it, bro. That's why I understand what Umar talking about. No snow bunnies. Why not? That's their most prized possession. Let's get back.
Then this particular creator had advice for any of you who get.
I don't fuck around, but I ain't knocking those that do, as long as they stay true to being like me and you.
Criticism for being pro-black and dating non-white.
It is not your job, nor has it ever been, nor will it ever be, for you to have to explain to someone why you fell in love with the person that you fell in love with, be it their race, be it their gender.
What if you didn't fall in love? What if you made a calculated decision that you thought would better serve your future? They keep talking this love shit. America gonna fuck itself over love. Just think of how long marriage has been around, and love has not necessarily been the motivation. And it seems like if you just really pay attention, love is more of an marriage is more of an arrangement, business contract than a romantic situation here in America.
Be it their sexuality. But it is your job to ride for black women in front of your black children.
So this young man says, you don't need to explain to anyone about your relationship as to why you have a non-black partner, but your mixed kids need to see you go hard for black women, even though you didn't marry
a black mother birthed you.
Marry a black woman? Huh? Also, let me add to this point. If this is a one-off, and I mean like you're a black man, you just happen to marry a white person for the first time or a second time, or maybe your dating history is somewhat balanced. You've dated equally black women and white women. Then, okay, this point makes more sense to me. But this is not the dating history that we see with Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx has exclusively dated or had children with nothing but white women. If we look at his relationship in '94, he was with Connie Klein, okay, who is the mother of Corinne Foxx. Then also there was Kristen Grannis, who was also white. Okay. And then there is now Alice Huckstep, who is.
What if white women simply cooperate with him better, or he has a better chemistry with them? Is it a betrayal of your own women to be attracted to another type? And when you reproduce, your children are now black women. And now that white woman is one that cannot be counted pure amongst the white as far as her offspring aren't white. Who loses, the blacks or the whites, if anyone?
31 years old and expecting to have his child, from 2013 to 2019, then it's Katie Holmes, okay? So for the last 32 years, exclusively we find Jamie Foxx having serious relationships with Caucasian women. And a brother pointed this out in the comments, and I want to talk about that here. You are free to choose to date whoever you want, but people can question whether your pro-black stances is performative or genuine if your spouse is not black.
He's right, you know.
Now, this is a good point, and I want to come back to that. Just stick with me. This sister also pointed out something that I felt was interesting.
Only time interracial dating kind of grinds my gears is when, say, a black man who is dating a white woman, he dogs out black women or acts like he hates black women. That's when it's too much. But
It's not a rule of science that you have to detest one option to prefer the other. Just because when I get in my car, Burger King and McDonald's are equal miles away from my residence, and I choose to take my automobile to one versus the other, does not mean I hate the other and only appreciate the one. It's just not fact.
Jamie Foxx always seemed like he cool, like, I don't know.
Now this sister is saying, you know, I have a problem with black men who are in interracial relationships and talk down on black women, such as Myron from Fresh and Fit or Walter from Fresh and Fit. But Jamie Foxx seems cool. But really, if you look at it, and this is also the same thing with Abba I was pointing out to. Abba has a non-black partner. Preach has a non-black partner. They don't disrespect black women, but the dating history is the same as the men who do date non-black women, even though people have their options. The reality is that Jamie Foxx speaks up heavily for black issues. But again, it's like it's performative or it's theatrics, no different from when he's on stage. And people do this all the time in the black community. Let's take this guy, for example.
Now, this is also in particular for the black women in particular who have spent their lifetimes dedicated to nurturing everyone before themselves. We can and will do better for you.
That's Jesse Williams. Now, Jesse Williams is telling black women at a time at the BET Awards, we will do better for you in the future. Well, how did that work out for him? He ended up with Alejandra Onieva. Now, at least for him, he at least married a black woman and was at least seen dating black women. But let's look at this situation.
All right, everyone, how do we feel about cotton as decoration?
Here we have Serena Williams, who's in a hotel, and she's focused on cotton, even though that cotton design is probably there, has something to do with racism at all. But again, this is performative pro-black behavior. Black Lives Matter, performative behavior, institutional racism, talking about DEI. And what you're really seeing is that a lot of these black actors, they're using their blackness as leverage in order to stay in the community when it benefits them. But when it comes to being a part of the black institution, they want nothing to do with it. Their blackness is their leverage to be tied to the minority machine, to be tied to the democratic machine, to be tied to the institution of racism, white supremacy, but they are actually contributing to that once.
I don't know if Jamie Foxx's relationship status contributes to anything other than the white community losing access to one of their vessels, and she now becoming an agent of blackness by birthing black children. I don't see how that's anything but a plus on our side.
Get you some money, you're gonna feel different.
Straight up.
You might even, all that other advice I could have gave you, this is the short version. You know, get you a couple dollars, man. You're gonna feel different.
Hey, wasn't that puzzle? Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.